Hey mama, want to learn the best homeopathic remedy to stop a croup cough in the middle of the night? Then watch to the end of this video to learn how to use homeopathy properly and the best remedy to stop the croup cough within 20 minutes. I'm Tara Gregorio, certified women's herbal educator and mama of twins. On this channel, you'll find the best natural remedies for women and children's health. So hit the subscribe button and join me each week to discover how you can reduce medications with your family. What are we doing? I am Tara Gregorio, women's herbal educator and mama of twins, Mario and Eva. And today we're going to talk about 3 remedies for the croup cough. Okay, so the remedies are homeopathic. So I'm going to talk about how to use homeopathy as well. So let me know, do you have children or small children? Just give me a thumbs up in the comment area. And if you've experienced the croup cough, you know how scary it is in the middle of the night. And I'm going to show you the fastest remedy to get your children to sleep and your whole household to sleep after hearing that loud barking cough. So what is a croup cough? It's the inflammation of the larynx, the trachea, and sometimes the bronchi, and it hits children between, or affects children between the ages 2 and 5. We've used these remedies over 5 times now, and they stop within 20 minutes. So what are the remedies? It's a homeopathic remedy. And what is homeopathy? A mom recently asked me. So they're these little white pills. Boron is one company. You can't really see them, but you take them out of here. I don't want to touch them. You don't want to touch homeopathic medicine with your hands. So what you would do is put it in the top and then tip it into your mouth. So if you're administering homeopathy to a child, try not to touch it, okay? So how do you make homeopathy? As an herbalist, I've been studying this for over 10 years. And the first thing you would do is make what's called a mother tincture, or what companies do, right? So it's important to know how this is made. So they make a mother tincture out of plants, minerals, animals, or sometimes poisons, like poison ivy, right? So they make a mother tincture, and then they take 1 drop of this and dilute it in water and then shake it. It's called being succussed. So they shake it and then they dilute it again and then they dilute it again. So literally what you're getting, and then last step is they pour it over these sugar pills. So what you're getting with a homeopathic remedy is the most diluted form of a tincture. And it seems impossible that it would work until you experience the effects of it. So it's very safe to use with children, with anyone on medications when used correctly. So the remedies that you purchase, they'll say 6C, 30C, or 1M or more. So there's different succussions, different dilutions. A safe place to use for your children is 6C or 30C. And you would purchase, Boron is one company. The other company is that I use, Washington Homeopathic. I've got this awesome little kit of everything. But you really want to learn how to use them before obviously investing in more of them. It's very common that mothers are using these for teething, and you see the little pills in the store, so you give them a try, and then you realize they don't work. And the reason they don't work is because you want to look at the symptoms of your child and give the right dose for those symptoms. So it is challenging to use. That's how they make homeopathic medicine, is they take a mother tincture, they dilute it, they succuss it, they shake it, and then they pour it over the little tablets. So what you're getting in a 6C or a 30C is safe to use with your children. Okay, so getting back to the croup cough, right? The croup cough affects children between 2 and 5, and they usually wake in the middle of the night with this, like they can't breathe. You'll hear a barking sound. It's very scary because they can't breathe. So that's what you usually wake up to, is this ringing, dry, barking sound. So the best remedy is what's called Aconite napellus, Napellus. I have a link to it in the Facebook Live right here. So you can click on that that remedy and it will bring you to an Amazon page so you can see what it looks like. So aconite, how to give your child aconite. So what you would do, this is not aconite, but you would take the little sugar tablets in the top and then tilt it into their mouth. If they're too little for that by chance, you can put that tablet in water and then you can use a syringe or a straw, and the diluted amount in the water will get into their system, right? So if they can't take the tablet for some reason, put it in a little bit of water and then use that to give them the medicine. So you would give your child the Aconite 30C or 6C if you needed to, wait 20 minutes, and then give it to them again. And they should go to sleep, honestly. Now, the first time that we didn't use aconite, it was like an hour event, a 2-hour event, right? Because you're in the shower, you're outdoors, you don't know what to do. Everybody's crying and screaming, at least in our household it is. So this is the fastest way to get them to go to sleep. So you should only need 2 doses. If by chance they are warm and there's more of a ringing cough and the aconite didn't work, the second remedy is Spongia tosta. And again, you would purchase a 6C or a 30C, and you would give them the Spongia at that time. So the symptoms change, and that's the most challenging part of homeopathy, is you really have to pay attention to your child. Are they warm? Are they cold? Do they want their head covered? Do they, you know, what is different? You know your child best as being their mom or their parent. So what looks different? Are they thirsty? Are they hungry? Are they not thirsty? And these are the things that you write down to choose the best homeopathic remedy for them. So if the aconite doesn't work by chance, which it does majority of the time, then Spongia tosta would be next. Say they fall asleep, the next day they are going to wake up with an upper respiratory cold or infection. So then from there I would treat them with echinacea, elderberry. So then you would treat them as if they had that cold, right? So if you have questions, hi Kristen, just write a little comment below and I'll get back to you. So yeah, so just to summarize, that is the fastest way to stop a croup cough, is to, when they wake up, it's usually between 12 and 2 a.m. They wake up in the morning, you have the aconite available for them, and you give them to either in their mouth, try not to touch it, or put it in water for them to take. And in 20 minutes, it should stop. You could try a second dose if you needed, if you felt like they weren't going to sleep yet. But the aconite really helps with the fear. So the symptoms you're looking for is a dry, loud, coughing bark, a cough, and there's fear, there's anxiety. It's usually between 12 and 2 a.m. and they prefer open air. So you might feel like you want to go outside, and they are thirsty. So those are the symptoms you're looking for aconite. If that is not the symptoms, then it's probably not the right remedy for you. The way that you know it's a croup cough is it's more of a seal, a barking seal noise. So you'll know it when you hear it, basically. Now that you know the best homeopathic remedies to stop a croup cough, download your freebie. It's a 1-hour Boost Your Child's Immunity health plan so that you have healthy children all year round. If you found this video helpful, please hit the subscribe button so you receive my new video each Tuesday. Also, tell me in the comment area if you were able to try this remedy and if it worked for you. Like the video and share with your girlfriends, and I would be so grateful. Thank you.